Hello friends, welcome to Betkraft, your home of short bet football analysis and predictions. Okay, today is another beautiful Wednesday morning, the 22nd day of May 2024. And as usual, as we all know, there's always a football games going on across the globe. And amongst those games that are going on today, we selected a few of them and we looked into these games and came up with a very much in-depth analysis of these games before we brought it forward for you. All right. And in a very short while, we'll be looking at those games one after the other, and also we'll be giving you possible outcomes for these very encounters. All right, for those of us that are coming across our videos for the very first time, kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, okay, have you done that? All right, thank you very much. All right, without further ado, we have to head to the business of the day, and today we are starting with the very first game of the day and the biggest game of the day, arguably. Yeah, actually the Europa League final match where we have Atlanta who will be up against Bayer Leverkusen, right? And it's a very big game. And as usual, we'll take a look at how both sides fared in the recent encounters, and also uh, add it up to be able to make our verdict. And we'll see that the home side in the past 6 games, they've been able to win 4 games out of the past 6 games they had so far, and they also had just two losses. And their away side, on the other hand, Bayern Leverkusen have not lost any match. They have won 4 games out of the past 6. They've also had 2 draws in the past 6 games they've had so far. And then when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Atlanta in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 6 wins. All right, they've won 6 times playing from home. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw. When they played from away as well, they've been able to achieve 5 wins. They've also had 2 draws. They also had 3 draws or as well as 2 losses. In playing from away, and the other team, the other side, Bayern Leverkusen, in the past 10 away games have been able to achieve 7 wins. They've also had 3 draws in the process. And when playing from home, they've had 8 wins as well as 2 draws playing from home. It goes to show that Bayern Leverkusen are, a very strong side, seeing that they actually run through the entire Bundesliga season without losing a single game. And they've also not lost even in the Europa League matches. So we do expect a very tough encounter in this one, but we know that Bayern Leverkusen have the talents, the squad to give them the title in this very occasion. So we do expect Bayern Leverkusen to win the trophy actually in this very game. Is away side, Bayern Leverkusen away is expected to pick up the spot in this very game. Away to win, that's our verdict. And the next game that we have is in Dutch League, where we have Ado Den Haag. It is the playoff. Actually, Ado Den Haag will be up against Excelsior. And when you look at how both sides fare from the recent encounters, because we'll see that the home side, Den Haag, have been able to manage 2 wins and 1 draw in the past 6 games. They've also had 3 losses. And the away side, Excelsior, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 2 wins, 1 draw, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 encounters. And when you bring it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that home side have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 10 home games. They've as well had 3 draws. Okay, they have as well had 4 draws in the past 10 home games, as well as 3 losses. All right, and the away side, on the other hand, playing from away, they've not been able to win any match playing from away. They've had 9 losses and also 1 draw playing from away. Okay, but quite noticeable. What is quite noticeable in these very encounters is the fact that for the home side, they've been able to achieve over 2.5 on 7 occasions playing from home out of 10. They've seen over 2.5 occurring on 7 occasions out of 10, and the away side on the also have seen over 2.5 occurring in all the 10 away matches they have played so far. So it goes to show that these are teams that are they concede a lot of goals even though they score also. So we do expect 3 goals in this very one. Also, quite the last time both teams met saw them playing out a 4-4 draw. Okay, and with that, putting all that together, we do expect to see at least a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. It is an over 2.5 verdict. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that will take us to the very next game for the day. And the next game for the day is in Bulgaria, where we'll have Ludogorets, who will be up against Lokomotiv Plovdiv. Okay, Ludogorets have been able to win three in the past six. They've also had three losses. And the way side, on the other hand, Plovdiv have managed just one win, as well as two draws and three losses in the past six games I've had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side Ludogorets have managed to been able to achieve 7 wins in the past, in the past 10 home games. They've also had, 2 losses and 1 draw playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins playing from away. They've also had 1 draw, okay, and 6 losses from their away games that played so far. So it goes to show that the home side is quite, better in terms of, performance. Also, worthy of mention is the fact that last time both teams met, saw Ludogorets winning the side from away in March this year by 2 goals to 1. So in this very encounter, Ludogorets is playing from home, and we also actually expect them to rise to the occasion in this very game. It is the home side that's expected to win outrightly in this very encounter. Home win. That's our valid for that very game. That takes us to the very next game for the day. It is in Thailand Cup, where we'll have Buriram United coming up against Motatong United. Okay, the home side, Buriram, have managed 5 wins out of 6, and they've also had 1 loss. And the away side, on the other hand, have had 4 wins out of 6 games they've played in recent times. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, because we'll see that the home side have been able to achieve 8 wins out of 10. They've also had 1 draw and 1 loss in the past 10 home games they've had so far. And the away side, on the other hand, too, have been able to manage 4 wins out of 10. They've also had 1 draw. They've also had 2 draws, as well as 4 losses playing from away. Okay, but also what you've mentioned is the fact that this side, their ties produce a lot of goals, saying that the home side have been able to see an over 2.5 on 8 occasions out of 10, and the away side, on the other hand, have also seen an over 2.5 also on 8 occasions out of 10. So, and also the last time both teams met, saw them playing out a 3-1 score line, and also on the last 4 head-to-head meetings for both sides have produced a score line that is over 2.5, over 3 goals. So we do expect at least 3 goals, a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter, seeing that the recent head-to-head meetings have always produced over 3 goals. So at least a minimum of 3 goals in this very game. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the very next game for the day, and the next game is in Finland, where we have Ives coming up against Inter Turku, okay, in the Division 1. And we know that Ives, the home side, have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses, and the away side, Inter Turku, have had 2 wins, 3 losses, as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you can see that the home side Ives have been able to win 4 games. They've also had 2 draws, and they've also had 4 losses in the past 10 home games they've had so far. And the away side have had a similar situation, also winning 4 games and achieving 2 draws, as well as um, 4 losses, playing from away. But quite a very important aspect of the game is the goal scoring, seeing that for the home side, the last 3 home games have actually produced goals that up to minimum of 5 in a particular game. So they have been scoring a lot of goals in recent encounters, and the away side also in the past 4 away games have always produced an over 3.5 goals. So we do expect a minimum of 3 goals in this one, seeing that the recent encounters have always seen goals. So over 2.52, that's our verdict for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. And the next game happened to be in Finland also, but okay, it is HJK coming up against Nick Stan. Okay, HJK have won 2 in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games they have so far. And the away side, Nick Stan have lost the entire 6 games they had. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side have been able to achieve 6 wins playing from home. They've also had 3 losses, as well as 1 draw playing from home. And the other side, the away side, have managed 4 wins from away. They've also had 3 draws, and also they've had 3 losses playing from away. Okay, And also quite something that is quite noticeable is actually the goal scoring. And you could see that the home side in the past 10 games have been able to see over 2.5 on 6 occasions, and the away side have actually seen over 2.5 on also on 6 occasions in the past 10 games I've had so far. And when you take it down, when you bring it to how they fared from head to head, perspective, you can see that the last time both teams met, you see that HJK defeated this side by 2 goals to one from away, producing this 2-1 score line. And the other 2 times also produced, score line over 2.5 score line. So we do expect in this very encounter, a minimum of 2 goals in this coming out in this very game. It is an over 1.5. That's our values for that very encounter. And that brings us to the very next game for the day, also in Finland, but in second division Finland, they are Kokeen, second division in Finland. We'll have Japs coming up against TPS. All right, Japs in the past 6 games have been able to achieve just 1 win. They've also had 5 losses, and their way side TPS have had 3 wins, 1 draw, as well as 2 losses playing in the past 6 games they had so far. And bringing it out to how they fared for home and away, respectively, we could as well see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to manage 4 wins. They've also had 2 draws and 4 losses playing from home. And the away side, TPS have managed to achieve 5 wins from home, from away, as well as 3 draws, and they've also had 2 losses playing from away. Okay, and when you put all that together, you know that their away side is slightly better side. Seeing that they've been able to achieve 5 victories from away. They're doing very well at the moment, and also taking a look at how they fared from from head-to-head perspective, you can as well see that the head-to-head perspective have always seen TPS being very dominant, because in the past 5 head-to-head meetings for both sides have seen TPS winning on 4 occasions, and Jabs have only won just on 1 occasion. So we do expect their way side, TPS to you know win outrightly in this very game, seeing that they have been very dominant, and also the home side haven't been doing very well, seeing that they have also lost the 5 games out of 6 that played on recent occasions. So we do expect their away side and to win outrightly in this very one. Away win. That's our verdict for this very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. Okay, remember, I wish you the very best of luck. And also remember to play with what you can afford to lose. It's only a football game. It can go either way. That being said, tomorrow is another big day. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.